Hello and welcome to BangerMania. Yes, that's right. This is episode 3 of the Total Banger Division, and have we got a show lined up for you tonight. Our wrestlers have walked the walk and talked the talk for weeks leading up to this, our first big banging special. It's going to be all action all the way through, as we have not one but 2 world title matches on the card. First up, Sharpe will defend his TBD World Championship against the Harlem Gladiator Marcus Bradley. And in our main event, Shirley Valliant will defend the Women's World title against Maggie O'Connor. But the rest of the Wicklow County Misfits are not going to have it easy, as Tammy Tonga has declared that both Diana and Brenda Briggs will be in tag team action tonight, in the hopes of dissuading them from getting involved in our prestigious main event. They'll have the unenviable position of taking on the debuting Puerto Rican fire dancer Lazzara Blaze and the Scream Queen Hardcore Heather Gage. And finally, in an unexpected last-minute booking, close friends GILBERTO and Hazza Dazzle have requested a handicap matchup against the colossal Xipe Totec, in a likely futile attempt to avenge GILBERTO's devastating loss just 2 weeks ago. Now that's more than enough talk though, as it's time to get right into the action with our first match of the evening. This is Michael Mullin reporting live from the ring, throwing over to the commentary booth where Michael Mullin and Bobby are eagerly waiting. Yes, BangerMania is running wild, and we are kicking off the evening with a TBD World's Heavyweight Championship match. And coming first to the ring, it's the Harlem Gladiator himself, Marcus Bradley. Is the announcer going to say anything?
Oh, me?
No, the announcer.
Oh.
Is he? Okay, we're not paying him enough, apparently. I'm Michael Mullin. I'm here as ever with Bobacious Bobs, and
Hello.
we are
Hello.
Kicking off episode 3 of the Total Banger Division with a banger. What do you think about this, Bobs?
I'm excited, but then I'm always excited, so yeah. It's going to be a right banger.
It is! As we know, last week Marcus Bradley was the winner of the Triple Threat No. 1 Contenders match, besting Travis the Bear Armstrong and the enigmatic Hazza Dazzle, and he earned, as Moe Vahini Tammy Tonga declared, a shot at this title tonight on BangerMania. But the question on everyone's mind is Sharpe's mind in this fight?
I hope it is. I really hope it is. I think he's got a hell of a lot of strength behind him. I think he's got a lot going for him. I'm behind him on this.
Well, let's see what the look in his eyes says, because here comes the TBD World Champion, the Navajo Cowboy, Sharpe. Again, our ring announcer's just going on strike or something. I don't know if they'll come. We'll put them in post, so if you hear them, that's why. But here he comes, adorned in a cowboy hat and a big gold belt. It's the world's champion, Sharpe. He's been involved in a vicious back-and-forth rivalry with his adversary, Gorgeous Ron, but he's got to get that out of his mind. They were brawling backstage last week, but all the action's going to be inside the ring tonight, as he defends the world title against a man with a lot of momentum behind him in the Harlem Gladiator, Bobs.
He has. See, I'm not sure about Harrison. He's got a real dark streak to him, I found, since last week.
Yes, a lot of people surprised by this. He is sort of the face of our company, but he is a bit of a wild card, to say the least. He is not afraid to get down and dirty. The two squaring off. This is what it's all about. The TBD World's Champion. There's some cows on the side for the cowboy there. Big, beautiful.
Sorry, guys.
Moo indeed. Big, beautiful red leather strap. Oh, the announcer's back. Let's hear what he has to say.
The challenger from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Gladiator, Marcus Bradley.
So this is why he wasn't announcing earlier. He forgot the word gladiator, but he did a great job. Oh no, Harlem even.
Harlem.
Arizona, weighing in at 254 pounds.
254, does he?
Wrestling champion, the Navajo Cowboy Harrison.
I've got a fucking mean look on his face as Sharpe.
He just opened his mouth and I just straight away picture going, "Wah! Do the raw!"
He did the roar.
Just nothing came out.
Referee Arja Smith here, taking the belt, showing both what they're fighting for tonight. Marcus is ready. And Harrison did the roar. What more could you want to kick off an episode of wrestling action?
Harrison the Raw Sharpe.
He's got too many nicknames at this point. The Navajo Raw Cowboy. There we go, slapping them arms. And we're off. The two marching towards each other, and it's Harrison that's first to the punch. And not just one, a huge combination there. Oh, and straight into a Tiger Driver. It didn't take long for him to get straight into some big maneuvers, but Marcus Bradley is going to slow it right back down with a huge lariat. And he's not looking for whip it to the red right off the gate, is he? He's got him up. Oh, and surprising Harrison Sharpe maybe there. That pump handle setup is usually for Bradley's finishing manoeuvre, but switching it up and slamming him down with a slam. But Harrison Sharpe is not taken off of the front foot for very long as he flies off the middle rope with that patented tornado DDT.
Strong opener right now, isn't it?
Absolutely. You had to believe that Harrison would come in strong. He's got a lot of pent-up emotion. And oh god, he's taking it out on the Gladiator right now. Just boots to the side and then to the face. What is he doing now? Contorting the left arm and grabbing the opposing one, just bending the fingers back. And double knees to the spine. There's a lot of vitriol in the offense of the Navajo Cowboy this evening.
The Harlem Gladiator isn't... He's not on his peak tonight. He's really getting manhandled.
He certainly is. Yes, Marcus Bradley. He had to know he was coming into the ring with a fired up champion, but at the end of the day, sometimes no amount of preparation is going to be enough to be ready for the Navajo Cowboy, who's laying the smackdown right on the forehead of Marcus Bradley with those right hands.
I thought they'd be equally matched. I'm quite surprised at them, actually.
Well, Marcus Bradley perhaps is thinking that he knows that Harrison's going to start off emotional, driven by anger, and if he can outlast that flurry, perhaps his stamina will last further if the match goes long.
He's going to peak.
We know from last week that he does well in longer matches, and I know Bobby's very excited for another 25-minute classic.
Yeah. I'm buzzing.
And Harrison Sharpe, speaking of all we've said right now, just goozling Marcus Bradley in the corner and choking him there.
Manhandling and stroking.
Referee Arja Smith letting it go, and he goes into the cover now. Oh, but a kick out before even the 2 count. Oh, Harrison letting us know who's going to win this matchup.
He's so cocky.
He is. But a super kick right to the abdomen. Is he going to hit the tomahawk kick? No. Marcus Bradley prepared, catches a leg and sends him flying.
He's bringing it back.
He is, right when it counted the most. Marcus Bradley avoiding that devastating tomahawk kick, a form of axe kick that Marcus Bradley needed to avoid there. Harrison Sharpe favours that one greatly. What is he setting up for here? Oh, a shoulder tackle off the edge, sending him to the apron, and Marcus Bradley celebrating that move there. He was very, very proud of that one. Harrison Sharpe not taking that lightly. He's tried to send him into the steps, but some sort of incorporeal barrier stopping him from hitting them there. You go back into the ring. There's not going to be any issues with barriers in here. Anything goes, and Marcus Bradley lifted up onto the shoulders of Harrison Sharpe. Oh, a swinging slam there. Sort of a variation of the Olympic slam.
Could this be it? No.
Again, not even a 2 count, and Marcus Bradley managing to get his shoulder off of the canvas. He has come in prepared for a slugfest here tonight, and rightfully so.
Slugfest.
Yes, a festival for slugs, or a knockdown, beat 'em up brawl. Oh, speaking of, he just smashes the hooked nose of the Navajo Cowboy right into his face. Oh, and he's rolling through the Sacramentum. He's got it locked in on the champion, Harrison Sharpe. Just like everyone else, refusing to sell this move, but he's going to get out of it when the moment is right. Oh, and he's setting up now himself. Could he be looking for the brainbuster? He's got him hooked up. Marcus Bradley hoisted into the air, the strength of the Cowboy, and he drops him right on his head. This has got to be it. He hit the move. 3.
Yeah! Saw that coming.
That is all she wrote. Bobby looking to make some money on her bets tonight by the sounds of things.
Saw that coming a while.
A good showing from Marcus Bradley there against the dominant world champion, and that's got to feel good if you're Harrison Sharpe. All of the commotion and all of the issues going into this matchup with Gorgeous Ron, a little bit of a tiff with the general manager last week, and he manages to defend his title on top of all of that. Kudos to the world champion, the Navajo cowboy Harrison Sharpe.
You know what I'm considering for this, if you wouldn't mind me saying?
And what's that?
The way that he's going, this could change us as a brand. We could become the Harrison Sharpe division.
We could. HSD.
Oh!
We would do that, but the amount of extra branding work that it would take is going to tell me that that's not going to happen, Bobs. But there we have it. Still your world champion, Harrison Sharpe. Very good showing for the Harlem Gladiator. What did you think of Marcus Bradley's attempt there?
Oh, what, you mean Marcus Bradley getting his ass wiped all over the ring?
Yes, there was a little bit of wiping going on. But it's got to be said that the competition is as high as it could be. So kudos to him for giving it his best shot. But Bob's verdict is you're a little bitch, Bradley.
Woohoo!
And we're right back into the action now. As announced at the start of our show, there will be a tag team matchup to keep the Wicklow County Misfits busy for the main event with Maggie O'Connor versus Shirley Valliant. And look who it is!
From Vega Baja, Puerto Rico, Lazzara Blaze.
Yes, the Puerto Rican fire dancer herself, Lazzara Blaze. We saw a little sneak peek of her in action last week in a little hype trailer there, and we know people have been itching to see Lazzara in the ring. What are your thoughts on this sensational superstar from Puerto Rico?
I think I'm the most excited to see her in action. I haven't seen her in a match yet, but everything I have seen of her is just fiery.
Yes.
She's like a little firecracker.
Yes, absolutely, a firecracker indeed. She's got a lot of fans around the world, wrestling in Puerto Rico for a few years now, and she has a record number of followers on her OnlyFans for her feet pics. At Fire Dancer.
What? At Fire Dancer?
Yes, I believe so.
I've just had to scroll on that.
Oh.
I'm just going to check out those feet.
But Lazzara is not going to be alone. She's taking on the incredible tag team of the Wicklow County Misfits, and she's teaming up tonight with a mainstay of the TBD roster, and a pretty terrifying one at that.
What a pairing.
Yes, you're right. It's a little bit of an oddball pairing. Throwing Lazzara right into the deep end. Oh, and fuck me dead. Here comes Heather Gage. There she comes to the ring with her trademark chainsaw. Now this is a woman you do not want to get into a scrap with. She calls herself the Scream Queen, and she is an avid obsessor over horror movies, slasher flicks from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to Halloween, and she uses those as a sort of inspiration for her work inside the ring, which can lead to some pretty colourful results. Oh my god, watch out, Bobby.
I can't work out whether this is all a facade or if she's kind of on leave from a mental health unit. I'm very torn between that. I'm a little bit scared, if I'm honest.
Well, I would put it to you, why not both? She's got that chainsaw right there. I've had it confirmed that it is indeed a legitimate chainsaw, and we'll see if she uses it to savage her opponents tonight.
We might get taken off air very quickly, might I add.
It might do, and let's hope so, because we don't want any limbs are flying. Here they come. They are dastardly. They refuse to use the right entrance motions. It's Dirty Diana Briggs and her sister, Big Brenda Briggs.
We do not do any drug testing, I believe. Is that true?
Absolutely not. Half of the roster would be fucking absent, especially this woman here, the very stoic and determined woman from Glendalough Valley in Wicklow County, Big Brenda Briggs, smack full of steroids, and her sister there, Diana, juiced up on coke and very, very insane. Sorry, I keep getting put off by the fact that they're not doing the right fucking entrance moves. God damn this game! Look at there. The very soft-spoken and serious Brenda just posing on the top rope as the crazy Diana stands in the corner. Fucking 2K.
She's so beefy, but she's like such a little flirt.
She is so beefy. Check out them huge glutes.
Glutes.
And here they go. Brenda Briggs towering over the opposition. But Lazzara... Oh, fucking hell. Welcome to TBD, Lazzara.
That is not how I thought that would start.
Well, Brenda Briggs is one hell of an opponent for any woman to step into the ring with. And this is what I expected early from the Wicklow County Misfits. They are a seasoned tag team, and they'll probably employ quick tags to gain the upper hand in this matchup. It's all well and good being an international sensation and a fantastic wrestler in your own right, but if you've not got some great teamwork and tag wrestling acumen, I was going to say you're going to be at a disadvantage, but she's just putting those delicious feet to good use and kicking both opponents out of the ring. Oh, and she's following up on the outside. She is going to take it to Diana Briggs, who is very familiar with a brawling style of offense, but Lazzara looking to match her in that regard.
See, Lazzara has me down as kind of small but mighty. Like, she's very spicy in character, so I'm like... I think she has that to her advantage.
Yeah, she is spicy in character. Oh, and a quick tag to Heather Gage there. I don't think Diana saw that coming. And Heather now, oh my word! A huge flurry of kicks. Now Heather is like an absolute whirlwind in the ring, and she is looking to tear her opponent's limb from limb, as we mentioned earlier.
She doesn't... she scares me. Because I feel like with most wrestling shows, it's kind of, you know, you want to make it look real. She's actually looks like she's inflicting pain and enjoying herself.
She does enjoy it. She's a sadist and a masochist. She can take as good as she gets. And she's giving a tag to Lazzara Blaze here. Like you said, the spiciest. Oh, look at her go. Yeah, speaking of spice. Spiciest competitor in this division right now. Looking at the two of them, she is definitely the Madras to Diana Briggs' chicken korma. Oh, only getting a 1 count though. Perhaps a little dance into a soft kick is not the way to get the win over a rabid dog in Dirty Diana Briggs. But this is more like it. Getting to work on the shoulder there with a strike. And now taking Diana into the corner. What could she be looking for here? Oh, this has been between the two of them here. Heather and Lazzara. Some sort of game plan working over the knees of Diana Briggs. Maybe slow her down a little bit. But this is more Lazzara's speed. She is a very proficient striker. But Diana getting as good as she gets. What do you think the advantages might be, Bobby, of wrestling barefoot like Lazzara is?
I think well, it's like with singers, isn't it? Like singers usually go barefoot to feel the ground and to kind of absorb that natural energy. So I think she's probably doing the same thing. She's sending off that kind of vibe.
Oh, sending off that kind of vibe and translating it to a fucking huge knee to the dome of Diana Briggs there off the ropes. Oh, but Diana with a double knee to the back. Almost a variation like an inverted rotato fam in there. Her finishing move, the facebuster. But Lazzara not slowing down one bit. Oh, but she's just given Diana straight into the hands of her partner. And now she's got a roided up monster holding her in an abdominal stretch. It's a very painful maneuver there. But Lazzara, as flexible as they come. And she manages to, use an inventive head scissors to escape that hold. Brenda not slowing down though. With a strike to the gut, a 2 to the head and a clubbing blow, she takes Lazzara down to one knee.
I have to admit, the boots on her. I think if she catches Lazzara's feet in those, I think Lazzara's going to be out for the count in pain for like no tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, aside from hippie nonsense like feeling the energy, Lazzara's bare feet may leave her open to some broken toesies.
On the other hand, I bet they stink.
You think she's got stinky feet?
I think she does. I mean, I've never seen her with shoes on, so she's probably walking around Mackey's, nothing on her feet, treading in whatever's out there. Yeah, they've probably got a little pond.
Whoa, and a giant swing to the lady who reportedly does not shower. That is going to probably twist people in the locker room the wrong way. Lazzara Blaze not winning anyone over in TBD with her entry right now. You've just simply got to shower, you dirty bitch. Oh, but a colossal spank there takes the big lass from Ireland off her feet and allows Lazzara time to tag in the gruesome Heather Gage. Oh, a big boot from the hardcore one there. And following it up with knee strikes right to the left boob. That's got to be the more sensitive of the two, don't you think, Bobs?
What, the left boob or the right boob?
The left boob.
I don't know. I'd say my right boob gets a bit more painful than me left.
Oh, then Heather probably working up. But what's this? Teamwork! Oh, Lazzara Blaze launched off the top rope. As I said, perhaps some sort of strategy was commenced before this matchup, but Lazzara taking too long to celebrate their strategy there, as she gets caught by Diana but turns it back around with the Edge-O-Matic. Oh, she's not going to let Brenda get out of the ring either. Russian leg sweep takes the big lass down and just firing off strikes, completely ignoring Diana's blows in the background there. She's going to beat the shit out of her as well. Oh, round the world. Oh, and that is El Fuego Caliente. That head scissors backbreaker.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, Brenda.
They both got a bit confused there.
There was some confusion there, but I will stress, in TBD, tag teams are allowed one interference to break up a pin per match, and then they will be disqualified for any following attempts. So Brenda there, perhaps seeing that her partner, she knew she had it in her to kick out of that one, but it was a close call either way.
I saw Heather there as well jumping in. They both jumped in like, hold on a minute. Do we need to intervene?
Oh, a huge reverse TKO, and Heather's a bit of a maniac, so she'll just do whatever she feels like doing, honestly. Oh, I thought she might have been setting up for another big move there, but tags Heather Gage back in, who's all fired up. Hitting the ropes. Whoa, a beautiful lion salt off the second rope there from Heather Gage. 1, 2, could this be all? No! Diana Briggs managing to kick out. So Tammy Tonga with an expert suggestion here, putting the Wicklow County Misfits Briggs sisters, oh, and a wing clipper taking the lesser one out, in a tag team matchup tonight, maybe keeping them busy so they cannot interfere with our prestigious world title matchup this evening between Shirley Valliant and the devious Maggie O'Connor. Oh my god, what's Heather Gage setting up for? Oh, the Crystal Leg Cannonball reversed by Diana Briggs. But Agnes got thrown down. Fucking hell. She about took her head off right there. That's going to hit her harder than any hangover, and she sure has had a lot of them.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, but one spinning kick to the head, not enough. Lazzara Blaze with the Infernus Pirouette. That corkscrew roundhouse kick to a grounded opponent. I've got to believe that is all she wrote. Brenda's not even going to fucking bother. What a debut for Lazzara Blaze, Bobby. Look at her pointing to each other. Oh, they're best of friends already. That's so lovely to see.
I'm speechless. I mean, I'm not surprised in any sense of the word, but I'm speechless. That was intense. It was fiery. It was exciting. That ended up being quite a good pairing, I believe.
Yes, intense and fiery, a very apropos way to describe this oddball tag team. The intensity coming from the Scream Queen and the fire coming from the Puerto Rican fire dancer. I wouldn't have expected them to work so well as a team, but they really gelled tonight.
How would you rate this match in terms of curry?
In terms of curry, oh, this has got to be a foul, the spiciest of the spicy. And Brenda Briggs not opting to get too involved in that match, and as we said, perhaps she is thinking forward to the world title match as she wants to stay fresh.
She's saving herself.
Saving herself, subverting Tammy Tonga's expectations and her plan. So, honestly, anything could happen in our main event still tonight, Bobby.
Anything goes.
Yes. What a debut for Lazzara Blaze, and what a win. But now we move on. The action is fast and furious in Bangermania tonight. We're going to go to the tag team 2-on-1 handicap match, as requested by Gilberto himself, the absolute loon. I don't understand what's going on in his brain. But he and Hazza Dazzle are going to pair up to take on the unstoppable force known as Xipe Totec. That is the alarm.
Sorry.
That's the alarm that signifies the entrance of this absolute monster.
The timing. apologies.
53 pounds.
The Destroyer himself, Xipe Totec. All the atmosphere in the room always changes when this monstrosity enters, don't you think, Bobby?
What was it I said before? I've got ants in me knickers.
Ants in your knickers, yes. And they're crawling all over the place because this man is about to potentially annihilate two very talented individuals.
Potentially? You think there's actually going to be some sort of chance between them?
Well, as big and as strong and as incomprehensible, beefy,
Godlike?
yes. Godlike and mystical this man is. He is surely still a man. 2-on-1 is a huge disadvantage for anyone. Can that woman in the front row shut the fuck up? Came through very loudly there. Jesus, lady.
Brenda Briggs there getting it on.
Oh, yeah, she's just sitting in the front row. Waiting for the main event, maybe. But Xipe Totec is waiting no longer. He has come here. He smells blood in the air and he's wanting to taste it. Oh, camera's cut out for a second there. Just from the sheer majesty of this beast.
He is very majestic.
He is. Adorned in gold is this creature. But here comes the first of his opponents. You gotta love this chap, haven't you? It's just Gil.
Ohio.
Just Gil.
Weighing in at 170 pounds. Gilberto,
The Giant Killer! Will he this week live up to those claims? He did make a challenge one-on-one open to anyone last week, but it came up a little short. Perhaps wasn't expecting the Aztec Destroyer to emerge from the mists of the Aztec jungle. But Gilberto is nothing if not full of heart, and he's recruited his friend Hazza Dazzle to team up with him and see if they can get one over on the big beefy brute.
I mean, they can't see this, but my head is in my hands, and I can't tell whether it's just... I know what... No, it's what the actual fuck was Tammy thinking? I can't watch this. This isn't going to end well at all.
Well, they're trained professional athletes and combat athletes at that. Their looks may be deceiving, but these two men are hard as nails fighters. Look at them.
Have you heard of forgery? I feel like when they sent their applications in for this, I think they may have Googled something. I don't think they have the qualifications that are necessary. I think they're still maybe 12 and doing PE.
Pooh! Well, to answer your question, yes, I have heard of forgery. Thank you for that, Bobby. But here comes Hazza Dazzle to the ring. Maybe you don't think he's a believable fighter, but he's certainly got moves, that's for sure. And maybe he'll be able to use that to his advantage. At least they must have the edge in speed and agility against the big Xipe Totec.
All I know for certain is the Twinkle Toes have come to town.
The Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes.
They are indeed in town, and a big pink fur coat. What animal do you think the pink fur comes from?
A flamingo.
A flamingo, notoriously furry animals. And a big aerial there from Hazza Dazzle, and he's feeling himself, pumping his little pecker towards the crowd there as he likes to do. Respectfully.
Just imagine if Xipe came out and did that.
I think he would probably be poking some eyes out in the front row if he did so. But here we go. Gilberto and Hazza having a word there as they take on this mountain of a match. Oh my god, Xipe Totec not wasting any time. Floors Gilberto with a headbutt seconds into this matchup, and then smashes his knee out of his knee. Keeping Gilberto grounded, and this is starting off perhaps as we all expected it might, but you never know, or perhaps you do. Launched from a backdrop position, just flying through the air there is Gilberto and crashing down.
I mean, what? I can't. What?
Bobby absolutely flustered as the lights shine off of Gilberto's latex trunks. But oh my word, Xipe Totec is feeling the energy from the Aztec Pantheon. Oh, maybe a little too much. Like I said, the agility on the side of the two smaller men. Gilberto managing to catch the big man with a dragon screw and then work him over while he's on the floor. God,
look at the size of his leg.
I was going to say the big tree trunk legs of Xipe Totec, basically the same size as one Gilberto each. But Gilberto keeping the upper hand. He looks a little bit ragged there, but he gets the tag into Hazza Dazzle. Who, I mean, he had a number 1 contender. Oh! Big belly to belly overhead throw from a standing position. I was going to say Hazza Dazzle was in a number 1 contenders match last week. He is used to tough competition, perhaps more so than Gilberto, but it doesn't seem to be giving him an edge in this matchup. And Xipe Totec is, oh gosh, he's got no respect for his opponents here tonight. Just bringing him back up to his feet in the most disrespectful way possible. Then up in the air, snake eyes into the corner turnbuckle. Hazza Dazzle, tries for a flying kick there, but Xipe Totec managing to get out the way. Look for a boot of his own. And he's coming off the ropes! And he's turned inside out with a huge lariat! That could be everything! No! Hazza Dazzle forcing the shoulder up, and he desperately gets to the corner! Gilberto's taken out immediately! Oh, you talk about a hot tag! That was about as ice cold as it could have ended up being! Xipe Totec didn't hit where he wanted to there, but still connected a little. And he throws Gilberto down to the mat. Just frustrated at even the thought of being put against such lesser competition is the Aztec Destroyer.
He's definitely being a destroyer right now.
He is, but Gilberto maybe learning something from their first match. With a hip attack there to the side of the head. He's got very small ass, so the boniness is probably going to hurt a lot more. He's perhaps learnt something from their last encounter, and he's managing to evade some of the manoeuvres he was caught with last week, and just whipping the big man down to the floor. Xipe had enough of that bullshit. Scoots out of the ring, and steps back over the top rope to get in. But Gilberto ready for him, sends him off the ropes, a duck down, a leapfrog, high into the air, and a boot to the face, but Xipe does not go down. So Gilberto's going to run that spot again, drops down, the leapfrog to follow, and here comes, a hip toss this time!
I swear to God, if Xipe doesn't win this,
it would be the upset to end all upsets, that is very true. But Gilberto, he's learning even as he goes in this matchup, switching up to the hip toss there. That same exchange as before, they keep trying for kicks at the same time to these two men. But Xipe Totec, gets the upper hand and a straight right hand. Knocks Hazza Dazzle down to the ground. And again, he's just beating on him, as he tries to get to his feet. This is just hard to watch.
It's painful.
It's painful. You think it's painful from here? Just imagine if you were the Queen of the Gold Coast right now. Xipe Totec coming off the ropes with an enormous big boot. Turns Hazza Dazzle inside out. And he goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. But that was a huge comeback. He's maybe been on the back foot, surprisingly, up until now for a little bit. But Xipe Totec getting back into firm control of this. He turns his sights onto the ginger on ringside. Lays him in with a right hit. Yes, a ginger indeed. Oh my word, he's got him up! Could this be Crucifijo Azteca? He hits it! Gilberto, though, he's used, as we said earlier, his one opportunity for an interference. Didn't waste any time there because he knew nobody could kick out as that devastating splash mountain bomb. But he manages to find a way eventually over Hazza Dazzle, and he gets Gilberto up. Chokeslam takes down Gilberto, and he's setting up for another. Oh no, he forgets Hazza Dazzle is just to the side. He's got that mask on, remember, his peripheral vision maybe having some issues, but Hazza Dazzle getting a bit carried away there. Oh no, what have you done, Mr. Dazzle?
It's happening.
You have incurred the ire of the Aztec Destroyer, who's going to take him around the world and once again go into Crucifijo Azteca. That is going to be everything. You could count to 1,000,000. There it is.
That was sad. That was painful to watch.
Here is your winner.
Perhaps painful to watch, but you've got to give it to those pair of... Jesus Christ, every fucking time. You've got to give it to Hazza and Gilberto. They put in a tough showing, but even 2-on-1, there's nothing that can be done to get in the path of Xipe Totec.
This could be
what can it be, Bobs? What can it be?
The Roman Reigns of TBD. He's going to end up having the longest reign with his... My words just aren't functioning right now. They're not coming out. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. Likening Xipe Totec to an absolutely dominant icon in this industry.
Yes.
He may not have a world title yet, but you've got to believe if he gets his hands on one, it's going to be almost impossible to take it off of this beast.
Yeah, I think it could be his until he physically can't do it anymore. Say he gets an injury or he decides to... I think if he retires, he'll take the belt with him.
Yeah, I wonder what he would move on to do. I mean, he's meant to be some sort of ancient deity. The question is why he's decided to wrestle at all.
Especially on TBD, might I add.
Hey, we've got some fans. Anyway, the two eccentric individuals drawing the ire of Xipe Totec there and potentially regretting it. They tried their best, but he absolutely flattened the both of them by the end. But that brings us to our main event of the evening, Bobby. It's been weeks in the making. It's finally time for the showdown between America's sweetheart Shirley Valliant, our world's champion, and the dastardly Maggie O'Connor of the Wicklow County Misfits. They're going to be one-on-one in a TBD ring for the first time, and the world title will be on the line. The moment is finally here. It's the main event of Bangermania. And out comes the villain of the piece. She is the devious leader of the Wicklow County Misfits. That's right, it's Maggie O'Connor. Coming to the ring, chavved out of her mind and looking every bit of 84. She calls herself the original gangster. And she is quite the gangster granny, isn't she, Bobs?
She is. Look at that full, semi-sleeve tattoo going on her arm.
Oh, yes, that was done back in 1936.
Is that her little toy boy that she's got pictured on her forearm down there?
Oh, you don't want to see all of the toy boys she's got tattooed on the rest of her wrinkled body. But no, don't let her age fool you. She can still throw hands with the best of them in that ring. If there's an experience advantage that I've ever seen, it will always go to Maggie O'Connor. She does beast on her opponents as well, but she boasts 60 years of in-ring competition in her experience.
She's also a sly cat. If the turnbuckles don't get touched, I'll be very surprised.
She loves fiddling with them turnbuckles, but she's not gonna fiddle with this lady. The TBD Women's World Champion, America's sweetheart, Shirley Valliant. Here she comes. Look at that perm. Look at those hoops. Look at those spandex. She is every part the champion. What do you reckon to Shirley Valliant's chances in this defence?
I have to admit, the only thing going through my mind right now is bigger the hoop.
Bigger the win. Yes,
exactly. That's exactly it.
She's going to retain, according to Bobby over here, in a roundabout way. But no, Shirley Valliant has had many problems with Maggie and her cronies, having to fight both Diana Briggs one-on-one 2 weeks ago, and then both sisters in a tables match that was an epic encounter last week on TBD.
That was insane.
It was, and all just to earn the right to defend her championship against the original gangster. You've got to believe that Maggie has wormed her way into the head of our champion. But will that be enough? You see the beautiful pink strap of the Women's World title displayed here. It's all on the line tonight in this, the main event of Bangermania 2024. Oh, indeed.
The Women's World Wrestling Championship. Introducing the challenger from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, the original gangsta, Maggie O'Connor.
A stern look amongst those wrinkles there from Maggie O'Connor.
And her opponent from Arlington, Virginia, the Women's World Wrestling Champion, America's sweetheart, Shirley Valliant.
And a uproarious applause for our champion there, Shirley Valliant. She's held this title for as long as I can remember, and she has always done our audience proud. She's been pushed to the limits thus far with her opponent, Maggie O'Connor. And is she going to take out that frustration on the geriatric contender? Arja Smith displaying the belt proudly there, as is right to do. And we're going to get straight into the action here in our main event. Oh, that necklace goes straight through her sternum there. That's not going to feel good. Maybe that will hinder her in this match, but she's a tough cookie as Maggie O'Connor. Oh, both go for a strike at the same time, but Shirley Valliant swinging straight into a flying neckbreaker to kick this one off. Oh, scraping the boot across the snapback. She's been riled up by this woman, and she is not going to have a normal championship match. This is going to be a beatdown if Shirley has anything to say about it. Oh, I am the Hurricane.
I think it's quite ironic. We've got someone in their 80s versus somebody from the 80s.
Oh, yes, quite a thematically matched matchup here.
Yeah.
As Shirley Valliant, is gesturing to the crowd. What is she going to hit Maggie with here? A huge lariat sends the Irish woman over the top and down to the floor. That's got to be hard on her knees. They're not holding up like they used to. But Maggie is not to be denied. Grabbing Shirley by the head and just a fist right between the eyes there. She is going to play as dirty as she needs to get this job done, I tell you that much. A cerebral competitor. She's already got herself into the head of Shirley Valliant, and now she's going to knock the head clean off her shoulders if she says anything about it. And how she does that is going to be anyone's guess. She's known to employ the use of some brass knuckles if she can get away with it behind the referee's back. Oh, but maybe she won't need to if she keeps neck-breakering her opponent on the outside like that.
Well, she's sneaky. I think she uses her... She's just very slight. Oh, I thought she was going for those turnbuckles for a second. I got a little bit excited.
Maybe she should have done. Sits down for a rest and earns a valiant knee to the face for her trouble. But I can tell what you were talking about, Bobby. Maybe she uses her age and appearance to belie a sort of ability in the ring. So you may think that she's not as much of a threat as she is, but she's sly as anything.
She is.
But that doesn't help if you're getting punched in the face after a Tez press. As she goes into the cover now. But Maggie, to your credit, Bobby, able to kick out at one, which you wouldn't expect for someone of her stature and age.
No. But then, to be fair, Shirley isn't really going easy on her at all. She knows what she's like. She knows the kind of person she is. She's not letting up on her at all.
What is this? Oh, flips over and into a pin, but Shirley's not done. She wants to inflict more punishment on Maggie O'Connor, and going up to the top rope is going to be a great way to go about that. Oh, what's she got planned here? Takes her out with a crossbody. What a beautifully executed classic maneuver there. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with that one. Oh, she's going to go into this butterfly suplex. She likes to hit a bridge after this. Into the cover. One. Oh, Maggie O'Connor gets the shoulder up. That is absolutely one of Shirley Valliant's favourite manoeuvres. But what have we got coming up next? She's calling for something big. Oh, but she's not going to do it here. Sends Maggie into the corner. A strike. Could this be Virginia Sunrise?
Oh.
She hit it. All of the pain and all of the turmoil leading up to this. Could it all be over? It is! Oh my word!
Oh, Maggie.
What a showing for a world champion in the main event here. An absolute one-sided spanking from Shirley Valliant there to the old lady.
Yeah, she completely obliterated her in that. Maggie didn't stand a chance.
She did not. Who could have guessed?
Well, I think it goes to show, doesn't it? Maggie, one-on-one without her entourage it's not very strong. I think they need to come as a trio to have any sort of match.
Yes, well, perhaps the Wicklow County Misfits will regroup and come up with a new plan of attack. But as you said, just a mismatch in the end here. Great booking decision here at TBD. We put an athlete champion in the height of their prime against a woman of 84. And this was the outcome
what were they thinking?
that no one could have expected. But that is the magic of Maggie O'Connor. She weaseled her way into this. She made Shirley chase after her. So she does change the game up like that, throw it on its head. But moving forwards, Shirley likely to get a new contender as she puts this one to rest and overcomes the terror of the Wicklow County Misfits. And as she has been protesting, kids don't do drugs.
No.
She's making an example out of the the crackheads and the steroid users and their dastardly gang leader. So kudos and applause to Miss Shirley Valliant. What a champion. What a role model. Ah, God bless you, Shirley. God bless you, Shirley.
The United Kingdom thanks you.
Yes, we do. All of the kingdoms and all of the countries thank you, Shirley Valliant. As they're all watching, I'm sure. But that will be it. That was our main event for Bangermania, episode 3 of the Total Banger Division. We hope you enjoyed, and I'm sure there's much more to come in the following weeks. Thank you, because this has been TBD.